Jungkook's recent surprising decision has shaken the emotional foundations of BTS fans worldwide. His unexpected solo move sparked widespread speculation, especially when Taehyung, known for his calm and diplomatic demeanor, finally spoke out publicly. Is this merely individual career dynamics? Or is there something larger, deeper, and more complex happening behind the scenes of the world's biggest K-pop megagroup? Jungkook's move wasn't just an ordinary announcement. When he declared a hiatus from group activities to focus on deeper solo exploration, the public was shocked by the timing and emotional tone of his statement. He spoke of self-discovery, unseen pressures, and the need to breathe as himself. Social media instantly exploded with theories, from internal rifts, burnout, to potential restructuring of roles within BTS. What made the situation even more dramatic was Taehyung's involvement, who usually keeps a distance from internal controversies. In an open interview, Taehyung shared his perspective on Jungkook's decision. Though his words were carefully chosen, the tension was palpable. "We're each in a very personal phase," Taehyung stated. "What Jungkook decided isn't a small thing. But we all know this isn't a sudden decision." This statement raised more questions than answers. Does this signify differing visions among the members? Or a natural transition for a group that has been together for over a decade? Signs of change within BTS aren't entirely new. Since the announcement of the group's collective hiatus in mid-2022 to focus on individual projects and mandatory military service, fans had begun preparing for potential shifts in direction. However, this time differs in the emotional and profound nature of Jungkook's narrative. A narrative not just about music, but identity. Some industry observers see Jungkook's decision as a turning point in how Korean idols frame their careers. No longer just public figures operating under a group concept, but individuals daring to question the boundaries between collective loyalty and personal growth. Jungkook, as one of the youngest yet most prominent members, carries significant symbolic weight for BTS. His decision reflects new dynamics in the K-pop industry, where the line between idol and ordinary human is blurring. Taehyung's involvement in this discourse raises questions. Why did he feel the need to speak? Wasn't he known for safeguarding the group's internal privacy? Many believe Taehyung's vocal stance reflects underlying tension, perhaps not negative tension, but the natural emotional tension in the growth and transformation of a creative collective. As an artist also undergoing solo exploration, Taehyung seems to understand the personal and public risks of major decisions like Jungkook's. Public conjecture is further fueled by an official statement from BTS's agency, HYB. The company stated that Jungkook's decision was internally discussed and doesn't signify a split. However, the phrase "doesn't signify a split" invites interpretation. If there's no split, does that mean there's tension? Are the members navigating dynamics more complex than what's visible on the surface? ARMY, the name for BTS fans, aren't remaining silent. Analysis after analysis emerges, from changes in facial expressions during press conferences to symbolic codes in each member's latest solo lyrics. They try to piece together an incomplete puzzle, and in the process, worry and hope coexist. Some believe this is just a phase every large group goes through. But others question, is the BTS era as we know it entering its final chapter? Clearly, Jungkook's decision and Taehyung's statement have opened a new chapter in the BTS narrative, a more human chapter, full of ambiguity, and laden with the realities of a long career in entertainment. They are no longer just a boy band, but symbols of a generation daring to speak about pressure, the desire for independence, and the importance of personal space amidst global spotlight. Undeniably, the world is witnessing significant change. Is this a sign of major problems within BTS, or a natural process towards a more mature and authentic phase? The answer isn't fully clear. But what's certain is that the public is now paying attention not only to their music, but also to the behind-the-scenes story, The story of the humans named Jungkook, Taehyung, and 7 others who once conquered the world together, and perhaps, like many great journeys, what matters most isn't where they're going, but how they choose to get there. However, amidst the dynamics and the roar of speculation surrounding Jungkook's decision and Taehyung's statement, we should pause and ask ourselves, is all of this real? Or is this a highly structured media fabrication designed to create a viral effect? In the fast-paced digital information age, where every celebrity move can become a trending topic in seconds, the public has one important task. Don't believe everything you see. It's crucial to note that much of the information we discuss today comes from platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and online media outlets that often have their own interests in creating narratives. So, are we witnessing a complete reality, or just polished pieces of narratives designed to evoke emotions and clicks? How likely is it that Taehyung's statement is simply part of a carefully crafted marketing strategy designed to increase public attention to their solo projects? If Jungkook's decision is indeed driven by personal pressure and self-discovery, why did his announcement coincide with his latest music promotion? Can such a coincidence be accepted so easily? Or is this part of a grand narrative orchestrated by the agency to maintain BTS's relevance in the dynamic global music industry? Of course, there's nothing wrong with media strategy. The entertainment world thrives on the spotlight. But as consumers of information, are we critical enough in discerning what's authentic and what's manipulative? Have we ever asked, are our emotions being controlled by dramatic headlines? Is the worry about BTS's breakup a reflection of reality, or simply a reflection of a story polished to perfection? We all know BTS isn't just a music group. They are cultural icons, global commodities, and highly influential social instruments. It's natural that their every move is scrutinized, dissected, even manipulated for certain interests. But precisely because their influence is so great, we must be more skeptical of every piece of information circulating. Did Taehyung truly finally speak out due to emotional prompting, or is a larger media agenda at play? Furthermore, how does social media package this event? Video clips are cut, context is removed, facial expressions are overanalyzed. Many TikTok and Twitter users suddenly become experts on BTS's internal relationships, based solely on body language or tone of voice. But are we aware of the immense power of narrative manipulation behind these platforms' algorithms? We need to ask deeper questions. Is this news based on verified facts or just public interpretation? To what extent does the media play on our emotions to create a viral effect? Are we seeing the reality of these artists, or an illusion shaped by the desire to remain in the spotlight? Such reflection is important. Not to suspect every move by Jungkook or Taehyung, but to maintain our sound. Reasoning amidst the intense and ambiguous flow of information. Remember, the most viral news isn't necessarily the most accurate. And sometimes, the most touching is the furthest from reality. We're not saying all of this is false, but we also can't say it's all true. The facts currently available are a mixture of reality and perception, truth, and the possibility of more hidden agendas. Therefore, we invite you, readers, fans, and observers, to think critically, question narratives, and not accept information at face value. Was Jungkook's decision truly born from deep inner pressure, or just part of a career scenario? Does Taehyung's voice truly reflect internal anxieties, or just a calculated response? And most importantly, are we prepared to face the reality if all this turns out to be not what we thought all along? Thank you for watching and reflecting together. In this digital age, where truth can be bent and sensations can be engineered, let's remain discerning audiences. Don't stop at the headline. Don't be satisfied with just going viral. Keep digging, keep asking, and keep questioning. Is this fact or just a story?